Hello all my rad friends, I'm back for another video. Welcome back. Today's video I'm going to be clothing shopping and bringing you guys along with me. I'm going to be going to a luxury consignment shop in downtown Seattle called Alexandra's, and I'm really excited. But so I'm wearing like very plain, like a t-shirt, jeans, no makeup, like no jewelry. And I'm always so conflicted about this because I'm going to the store to try stuff on. I don't want to wear any makeup because I hate when I buy clothing and I bring it home and then I find someone else's makeup smears on it from when they tried it on. And I don't want to do that myself. And I also want clothes that are easy to take on and off. But I always feel so conflicted because then you go into a store and the shop girls are always like, fantastic. They always look fantastic. And I feel like, oh my God, I'm such a schlub today. But I also think that how you dress will help them, like if they try to help you pick out clothes and stuff. So wearing something like really basic and plain, I feel like they're gonna see me walk in and be like, oh, this girl's just gonna buy basic plain stuff. I don't know. I just get self-conscious. It's all me. It's all in my head. But anyway, today we're on our way there to go shopping. My husband's gonna try to film a little bit and I think it's gonna be really fun. And I did ask them ahead of time if I could film, which is the first time I've ever done that, and I felt like I died inside when I did ask them. I was like bright red, but I did, and they said it was good, and they were actually really excited about it to let me come and film. And so I guess we're gonna get in the car and head on over. Okay, here we are in downtown Seattle. I'm really excited and we're about to go inside. I'm a little nervous because I put on a little weight and I'm about a size 12 right now, and it's usually like the top end of designer clothes. A lot of them might not go bigger. I don't know what selection they'll have, but I'm also always looking for accessories and shoes and stuff like that. So we'll go see what they have.
One cool thing that the owner of the store told me is that all of the display cases and mannequins, all the cases that have the accessories, even the lighting fixtures are all upcycled from local stores downtown, mostly that closed during the pandemic because this store came under new owners about 3 years ago. So they've really been sort of changing up a lot of things in it. And I think this gives a really cool and eclectic vibe. I don't know. I really loved it. And being sustainable is something that the owner said that was super important to her, and she didn't want to have to buy new stuff. So instead they just upcycled the old and gave it a really funky vibe.
It's like set up by color, which is really helpful.
Looks like size. Is that what 0 to 2 means? Because those clearly aren't all black skirts and pants. I think they still have...
No, but they are.
But those are.
No, this is a size 8.
Okay.
You know, like, I don't think these are necessarily accurate, though.
Yeah.
It's only $69. Nice. Sequins. This is my favorite color. It says it's size 6. It looks oversized, like anyone could wear it, so we're gonna give up. At this point, I realized that I'd been kind of shopping in a mid-range section. I was seeing a lot of mid-range brands, you know, where the items are like $500, $600, $700, $800 new, but not the really cool high-end designer that I had come in to find, and not like the funky old designer, like vintage stuff that I had been there to find either. So I decided to move on into the actual vintage section.
Vivian Westwood mohair sweater.
this was the point at which I realized that I needed to go over to the other section of the store because I had been in the mid-range section, I had been in the vintage section, and let's face it, there's vintage clothes everywhere. I really wanted to see some designer stuff. So we started heading over to the designer section, and there were so many cool things, even in the display cases, so many cool purses, and I started looking at all the like actual high-end designer clothes. This is also where the fears that I had walking into the shop kind of started to come true. There was plenty of stuff for me to try on in the mid-range and in the vintage sections, but in the high-end section, pretty much everything that I thought looked cool was too small. Most of it was sizes like 4, 6, and occasionally there'd be like a bigger piece, but then it was sometimes like a 14 or a 10, and I'm like a 12. It was like 90% of the clothes were a 6 or under, so that was a little bit disappointing, but they did still have plenty of stuff for me to try on, even in my specific favorite color palette that I was looking in. So all hope was not lost, but it's really sad to see something you love, like a leopard print Dolce & Gabbana top, and then only to see that it's the wrong size. I did find enough stuff though that I couldn't even carry it all, and I definitely filled up the fitting room. I was really heartbroken about this sweater vest. I really wanted to love it. It's got the coolest punk vibe with the skull and the mohair, but it is just made for someone with much shorter and narrower proportions than me. I mean, it's a Japanese brand, so that's a given. I finally finished trying on all of my clothes. And no, I did not get the pink shorts, don't worry. But I moved on to shoes, and they had a big selection, but because they only have each shoe in one size, the selection is not quite as big as it seems, because of course you can only, pick from the ones that are your size. But they had a lot of really cool shoes. They had a ton of leopard shoes that I was very interested in, but considering the fact that I was wearing leopard shoes that day, I really didn't need another pair. They also had a lot of really nice like basic black shoes and like just good shoes that that are going to be super versatile, which is a really good thing if you're buying expensive designer shoes. But I was looking for a really like wow pair, and I did actually find one pair that I really loved, but it was basically either the one pair of shoes or the clothing, so I went with the clothes. I'm back here at home now, a couple days after filming and shopping in Alexandra's, and I've got my clothes here that I ended up buying, so let's go through and see what I got. First, right off, I got these earrings, and these were like a last minute purchase, but I really love them. And in fact, I love this sort of crinkly yellow effect, and I like the purple glaze. You guys are gonna realize that everything I got is shades of purple. I've actually got a video I'm making soon about why I don't wear certain things in my wardrobe, and one of those reasons is like not having colors that go with things and blah blah blah. And so I really try to be focused on getting purple things because I'm trying to build out the purple side of my wardrobe so that I can wear more of my purple clothes and have things that like coordinate with them. And I don't know, I just like purple and I want to wear nothing but purple lately. I don't know, but I really was focused on purple things. And I think you can tell that probably in the part of the video where I was shopping. It's been a couple days. I feel like I even forgot what I got. Oh yes, okay. So this is a Missoni cardigan, and I was a little unsure about this because I've said before I've made the mistake of buying oversized things in like a small size, and that doesn't usually work well because they're like too short or whatever. And this is technically a size 4, but it fits me just fine and I like it, and it's a long length. And what I like about it is the long length will help me with my vertical because I realized that the KB system is right. I do need like a long cohesive vertical, and this I can put over like things of other colors to kind of help tie them in with my purple pieces or more purple jewelry or whatever. And I don't know, it's just cool. I like it. It feels nice. I love the way the cuff here is shaped. I just think it's a really good layering piece. So we'll see. We'll see how it works. The last thing that I really love about this is the way that it has multiple shades of purple in it. So I can really use it to tie together different purple items in my wardrobe that don't match each other perfectly. There's the main bluish purple. There are black threads in it. And then there's a more reddish purple in it as well. And of course then lavender too. So this could really tie together a lot of different purple items in the same outfit because you're never gonna get like things matching perfectly. The next item was probably the piece I was the most excited about, and it's this beautiful stretchy dress from Missoni. It's this like shade of warmer purple, like pinkier purple that I've been really loving lately especially. And it's lined so it's not too tight on against my skin, like showing every bump, which is really nice. It's stretchy so I can wear it as my size fluctuates, and it's not too short. Ideally maybe I'd like it if it was a little longer, but I think it's like it's like a mini length on me. So I think it's really pretty and I cannot wait to wear this. I'm so excited about this one. I also think it would look amazing with the new earrings. They're like the exact perfect shade of purple. A surprise pickup was this blouse. It was pretty cheap. It was $24. It's vintage, not designer. They did have a section, you know, for the vintage section. I picked up some things that were not as expensive, and I really love the delicate like rainbow stripes through it. And I feel like that would be a really great way. I could see this wearing this underneath my like purpley pink blazer, and then they have that exact color stripe in it. I could see myself wearing this with all black, and it would just give a little hint of color that I could tie in with accessories. I think that this is really versatile. I've really been into the looks that I saw in, what was it, God's Perfect Idiot, I think it's called, and I loved Melissa McCarthy's like blouses in it, and I really want to like wear this with like a scarf tied around my neck. It did come with this like self fabric, what did they say? It's like self fabric bow, right? It's made of the same bow. It's made of the same fabric as the blouse, but I could really see myself also wearing a scarf tied around my neck that's in one of the colors of the blouse, of the stripes on the blouse. I think it's hard to pick up on camera, but in person, you can really see the stripes. And it also has this like subtle horizontal stripe to it that is just, it's all in black, but it changes the opacity. So you can really see the stripes, I think, when I hold it up to the window like that. And I think that that subtle striping is really good, you know, for verticality. And this was such a good price, and it fit me perfectly. It is so rare that I find a button-up blouse that is big enough so that it doesn't gap across the bust, but not too big in the shoulders and waist. And it's funny how that seems like impossible for me to find now, but whenever I try on vintage clothes, they fit like perfectly. It's almost like they took the time to design garments better back in the day, but I don't know. All I know is that this fits me really well. There were so many pros to this, and it was such a good price. I couldn't say no. The last item I got was all in its own bag because it's ginormous. And this one was a little bit of a, I don't know what you'd call it, like a Hail Mary. I was a little bit like, what am I doing? I was a little nervous. I was like, what am I doing? But my husband was like, get it, it's cool. So I don't know. I'm trusting his judgment on that. And that is like this gigantic, sparkly, oversized sweater. It is vintage from the brand Gianfranco Ferra, which I don't know that brand, but it was somewhat expensive. So yeah, it was over $200. So it just, you know, came down to it. Was it worth $200 for me? And I said, yes. Okay, I'm going to put it on right now. It's also lined inside, so it's really soft. It's very well made, actually. If this had not been lined and had just been like this weird oversized sweater thing, I would not have gotten it. But the actual sparkly part is oversized, but the lining inside is not. And what that means is that it retains its big puffy look and doesn't just like fall down. This sweater is bananas, and I think it's a very statement, and I can't wait to wear this with my disco pants that are like this color, and I think with them some black shoes and maybe like a purple scarf in my hair or those purple earrings I got. I think could really tie the whole thing together. It's got this elastic waist, so it comes in at the waist, but very soft. It doesn't like pinch my stomach. It's wild and insane, but that's, I don't know, sometimes I need a little wild and insane in my life. So that is what I bought on my shopping trip. And I really had a lot of fun. Alexandra's was really cool. And the owner that I talked to was super nice. I think the danger that that you can get into with a cool consignment shop or vintage shop is that, you know, each piece is this, there's only one of it there. So you walk into the store and there's so many cool things. You love the store. You love a bunch of the items that don't fit you. And then you end up sort of convincing yourself to buy things that you don't really like just because you want to buy something there because you like so much of the store, so much of what's there. I think I tried really hard not to fall into that trap this time, and I'm really happy with what I got because I stuck to what I knew I wanted or needed in my wardrobe right now, which were pieces that could work with my other clothes. So I got things that are purple or black because that's what I have a lot of, and that's what I have to go, that's the accessories that I have. Anyway, you guys, I had a ton of fun shopping at Alexandra's this week, and I think it's a great way to get high quality designer things at like a fraction of the price. I could not have afforded Miss Sony, but I get this amazing high quality item for, I mean, how much was this? $170, and knew this was probably close to $1,000. So anyway, you guys, I will thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.